let's continue with our theme from yesterday about how we have to stay proactive with President Trump. He's going to do what he says he's going to do. Remember that. You notice how all the protests have melted away from the airports. There's nothing to really get people kind of worked up. It kind of reminds me that with the press, the way they dealt with Nixon in '68 and '70, everybody hated Nixon. Good reason in most situations, but the press hated Nixon, and it's just visceral in this country that how the press is going, and they're not giving the guy a chance, but he's sure asking for a whole lot of it, isn't he? Because the way he did that last immigration thing was crazy. But my concern, it looks like it's working out. Hopefully it is. Just such a mistake. But my worry is foreign policy. We've heard us talking about it for years and years. Let's get proactive. We just had a raid, I believe, what was it, in Yemen, to take out a whole lot of ISIS people, but we lost one of ours and had like 3 injured, I believe. Now we're also talking about patrolling safe zones in Syria. Think about this. President Obama had his chance to get in there and do what we had to do right back when he did his red line. He blew it. The war went on, refugees went everywhere. And now President Trump has said it's totally out of our control. It's run by Russia and Syria and Iran. I don't even know why we're getting involved here, and Hezbollah out of Lebanon. And yet we're now going to be providing safe zones. Let's start asking questions. Who are the safe zones going to be for? Where are those people located? Who are our friends? Who are we prepared to shoot out of the air or destroy on the ground to protect the safe zone? We're going to have Turkey there also. We're going to be right next to bordering Iran, got Iraq, and we're going to provide a safe zone. Think about it. Our foreign policy is about to explode. President Trump is not an isolationist. I repeat, he is not an isolationist. He gets involved. He is belligerent. He wants to do, because he thinks the way to do things is just to move on. You know, we said before, he only works on one problem at a time. He doesn't seem to have an overarching theme on the way to deal with the world. Except, I'm going to get in your face, and then we're going to make a deal, and we're going to be friends. But this could be losing people, losing munitions, money and munitions and people and more Americans. And then where does it lead us if we end up getting mixed up with Iran in there at that point? And once again, who are we protecting? We have to be proactive. We're building up the military. We're going to use the military. Start thinking now. How do we get prepared to stop this ever encroachment of us moving forward and getting more involved in the military so we end up losing more people, and all of a sudden we're going to turn around and go, what are we doing here? Remember, one of my favorite videos I put up, gosh, so long ago was Iraq or Vietnam. One of my favorites also from way back is Trump. That's before he's the president. The Black Swan. We're there. We're there. Get ready. He's going to do what he says he's going to do. We are not an isolationist country. It's going to be a fully committed foreign policy. Belligerent. Strong. I don't know if strong means feckless, but it always works. Peace.